Here are 10 more cycling accessories that make life better. A couple of months ago, I made a video on 10 cycling accessories that make life better. That video has done rather well for a channel of my size. So I thought, why not give you guys 10 more? I don't think we need to say anything else for the intro. Let's get into it. Coming up first, I have magic erasers. Now, you don't need to buy these expensive ones. You can buy like a pack of 10 off Amazon for like £5. And they are really, really, really good at cleaning your shoes, especially if you have white ones. All you have to do is wet them, squeeze the excess out, and start rubbing away. I promise you, cleaning your shoes has never been so easy when you've got these guys. They don't work quite as well on the scuff plate, but for the rest of the shoe, they make cleaning such an easy task. Number 2 on my list is improved Shimano shifter top buttons. Now, I actually love Shimano, but these buttons on top here are mediocre at best. They're really, really small and they're kind of hard to press. This fixes that. If I peel back the hood here, you can see this little guy now sitting on top there. And he's really, really, really small. But as you can probably see, this button is even smaller. Now, I know of 2 places where you can buy these from. One from a brand called Risk on AliExpress, and TI Parts do some 3D printed ones. I mean, they're only tiny little pieces of plastic, but they quite literally fit perfectly on the button there. And now, that button is way easier to press. You have much more tactile sensation of where it is, and you don't have to get the precise spot. There's lots more spaces where you can hit the button. Number 3 on my list is Chinelli bar tape. Now, the reason why this is on here is if you've never wrapped your handlebars before, this is like the perfect bar tape to learn with. It's really stretchy, it's the easiest bar tape I've ever used to put on a bike, and it's just very, very forgiving. So, if you're not an expert bar tape wrapper, you can learn with Chinelli. Once you've learned with Chinelli, you can then start to get on some harder bar tapes to wrap, which I think look a little bit better. But the Chinelli stuff still works really, really well. This next one is really good if you're doing endurance rides on hot days or mountain climbing, and that is the POC Ventral Light version. This one comes in here at 197 grams. It is so light on your head. Now, the POC helmet doesn't fit everybody's head perfectly, but if it does fit your head like it does for me, when you're climbing up mountains on those super hot days, this thing is super nice to ride with. Like I said, it's just like you've got nothing on your head, it's that light. And of course, it is the ventral light. There is tons of ventilation in this thing, so stops your head from getting so hot as well, especially when you're doing those really long mountain climbs on hot days. Plus, for those endurance rides, I find my neck doesn't quite get as sore just from looking up, just because there's less weight on my head. It's obviously not the most aerodynamic helmet in the world, guys, so if you're looking for aero, this one isn't going to be for you either. But if speed doesn't matter, this one's good. Or maybe if speed up hills matter, then this is good. These do normally go on sale like twice a year, so you can generally pick them up for like £150, much less than the retail price. Next up on my list is, well, it's actually just a light. There's this one from Rock Bros here, and as you could probably see, it's super sleek. This is like the skinniest seat post in the world. It's skinnier than an SL8 seat post, and well, you can see that it fits on there fairly perfectly. I do like the tail light ones, but this one here is from Rock Bros. I'll link the description below, but one cool thing about it is that, you know, it has that stop light whenever you come into a stop or slowing down. And my next favorite thing is that, well, it's just a magnet, so you can quite literally take it on and put it off. Sometimes, you know, when you forgot to turn your light on when you start cycling and you're trying to feel around beneath you, trying to turn that light on, well, this makes it so much easier because you take it off, press on, and then literally just let the magnet do the work and it sits back on the bike. In the UK, they seem to be £30, but I got this one from AliExpress for like £12.50. So maybe search around a bit for the better priced ones. The USB-C port is open there, but I have actually done lots of cycles in the rain. I've done like 5 now with this, and well, it hasn't broken yet, so it seems to be waterproof enough. All right, for this next accessory, I want to talk about one I recommended last week, which was a chain catcher, which prevents the chains falling off the full chain ring here. But this next piece is for SRAM again, and it is for the front derailleur. Sorry SRAM, but your front derailleurs do suck. But I like this tool, it's really good. Effectively, when you're setting up this front derailleur here, you want to get it perfectly straight, and that's what this guy does. He sits on the tooth there, goes forwards, and then you can then tighten up your front bolt. There are probably better instructions online on how to do this, but to keep this video short, it effectively makes sure that the front derailleur is always perfectly aligned at the perfect height for shifting. As much as I take the Michael out of SRAM for having really bad front shifting, this I actually really like. It just makes setting up at home your front derailleur very, very fast. And I must say, Shimano, can you get on this one and copy it, please? Do you like taking pictures when you're on the bike? Well, this camera strap is for you. This camera strap here is from a brand called Lumiere, and it's a well thought out camera strap. It has this nice like magnetic fidlock system, so it makes it super easy to hook it up to a 3-point harness. So when it's on your back, it's really nice and stable, so it's no longer a faff when you're cycling. But to make it more than usable and accessible, all you have to do is unclip that, and then you're ready to take your pictures whilst on the bike. You can, of course, make any of the straps longer and shorter, but for what you're getting here, I think this is actually quite a cheap price for a nifty bit of kit. Now, of course, you're still carrying a big old camera on your back when you're cycling, which isn't that fun, especially for longer rides. But it makes it a lot better than what it used to be. The next one on my list is a Zwift cog. Now these go onto your smart trainer, meaning that you can use any bike on the smart trainer. And more precisely, I kind of mean any group set. I have an 11-speed Shimano group set on my time trial bike, 12-speed Shimano on my road bike, and my girlfriend, she has the 12-speed SRAM on her bike, meaning we all have different chains on different bikes. The Zwift cog is perfect for this because you can just hook up all of those chains to one cog and it works. Meaning you don't have to change all your cassettes and stuff every time you want to have a different bike on your trainer. Pretty neat solution there, Zwift. Bravo. For this product, guys, please note this is actually the one product on this list that I haven't actually used. It just looks really good and seems to get really good reviews online. I'm about to pull the trigger though and buy one for my turbo trainer, so maybe I'll get a long-term review out after using it over this winter. Next on my list is bar end mirrors. Now, I don't actually personally use these, but my dad does, and I've used them on his bikes quite a lot. And for seeing the person behind you, it's actually quite good, or just seeing if there's a car coming around and stuff, you know, maybe you don't have as much neck mobility anymore, or you don't like to turn your head as much, then this could be for you. And I think as far as mirrors go, this is a fairly sleek solution. I will link this one in the description below for you guys. It comes from America, so if you're in UK, Europe, Australia, it's going to be a bit more expensive for us, but it does use real glass, so actually the quality of seeing behind you is pretty good. I think like the plasticky mirrored ones are maybe not quite as good. The last one on my list is a Komoot or Strava subscription. Now, these two are fantastic for planning cycling routes. On things like Komoot, you can go on Google Maps and just check the quality of the roads and things like that before you've planned it. You know what's paved, what's unpaved. It can suggest things to you. Strava have like all their heat maps and things like that, and you can take other people's rides and use that as your own, like the GPX file and stuff. So they just make planning cycling routes very, very easy, basically. They both work really well as well. Choose whichever one you like the most. But yeah, if you're going to a new location and you like to plan your own routes, they're perfect. So guys, there it is, 10 more cycling accessories I think that just make life a little bit better. Of course, if you have any further suggestions and stuff that you like, please put them down in the comments below. I always like finding out about new things and new tech and little gadgets and stuff. And of course, if you have any further questions, once again, chuck them down below. You can also message me privately over here on Instagram, where I reply to pretty much most things as well, and you can just follow my daily shenanigans. Of course, if you haven't seen the previous video, link on screen now in the description, and you can probably find it at the end of the video. But if you got to the end of this one, that one's worth a watch too. I've been Jason, this has been Cycling Unboxed. See you in another video.